on properly.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. Welcome to Ladies Takeover Talking Ball.
Sorry.
And I'm kind of looking forward to this show because I finally get
That's
to have a
better.
show with Ellie. It got cancelled the previous Friday because I had to be away on holiday to a
Yeah.
friend's wedding. But we finally have the Queen with us in live. Well, not live, but like in online, in person. How you doing, Ellie?
I'm all right, and this is the slogan for today. Come on, you Spurs! Woo!
Yeah,
I'll keep
come
it on
on.
that.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs! I'm going to the match tomorrow as well. Yes,
Oh, awesome.
I can't wait. I haven't been
Yeah.
for a while. That's why. That's why I want to meet everybody and have a little drink and some food with everybody. You know, crack open some Guinness.
Yeah, definitely crack. Have one from my side as well, Ellie.
I will. I'll have
Because
one for you.
as you will know from the watch alongs, I don't do these games sober, clearly. Um, anyway, we also got to say hi to some wonderful people in the chat. We have the disabled team who is saying good morning, Ellie and Ash. Hope you're well, disabled team. And also pointing out to all you good folk out there that they have to smash a like and subscribe if you're new. If you're old, if you're somewhere in the middle, just smash a like and subscribe. All you good people. And we have
Sorry,
Spurs
lad.
GCTV saying good morning, ladies. Come on, you Spurs. And
I'm
Jim
all
is
right.
in the house. Hey, Jim, long time. Saying morning,
Oh,
Ellie and
Jimbo,
Ash.
Jimbo, Jimbo.
Yeah, and Lee Smithy Smith being his posh Oxford self going bonjour, Mademoiselle Ash and Renee Ellie, or Queen Ellie in French.
Yeah, I'm wearing my shades because my eyes are sore. I went for a walk and grit got in my eyes, so they're a little bit sore.
Oh,
So I'm trying to
well,
hide my blushes.
Ellie, are you sure it wasn't just a night on the bender with Lee?
It could have been, yeah. I'm not saying
Yeah.
like Sonny does to
Sometimes
the Arsenal fans.
Sometimes you'll say good morning to Queen Ellie and the beautiful Ash. Hope you're both well and enjoying your days. We are absolutely enjoying our days. The Fulham game didn't happen in my head. We're going to beat Luton.
No,
It's going to be great around here. And the disabled team is also wishing everyone good morning. And then we have Jordan Hyman, LFC, saying, hey guys. Hey to you, Jordan. Um, and then Daniel Sandoval, our chef from
Daniel, one love.
Bolivia, saying good morning to all. One love, La Familia.
One love,
Good morning to you,
one
Daniel.
heart. Let's get together and go down the Spurs. I've been in a
And then
singing
we
mood.
have,
I've been in a singing mood all morning. I was sending messages to Kate and Jim and
by all
Leah.
means, let's convert this into a singing show. Why not, Ellie?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a lovely voice anyway. Uh, and this disabled team's also complimenting us, Ellie,
They
saying
do.
we're looking cool. And Ash, you
Yeah.
look happy. I do look happy. I think it's the
Yeah.
break from football for a while.
She's eaten too much wedding cake. That's why.
Oh my God, Ellie, you have no idea.
Oh.
I must have eaten half the state's food. Like my weight must have just skyrocketed. Yeah, it's all exercise now.
That's the
Um,
thing. When you go to weddings, Ash, right, all the food is free. The drink is normally free as well, especially at Greek
yeah,
weddings. We don't charge. You
yeah,
know,
we
I've
don't
been to
either.
weddings where they charge you for the drink, and said, "What?
No, in India we don't charge for anything. Food, drink,
No,
it's all free. Just go
it's
at
all
it.
on the house man."
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
stop
blind
charging us
party.
for our drinks.
Yeah. And then we have Lily White Lane saying big up Ash and
Hey,
on the chat.
Robbie.
And
Mwah,
Daniel, he's
Robbie.
here. Say big up to you, Daniel.
Daniel.
And then we have Steve D saying
Steve D.
afternoon. So many of our regulars
We've
in the
got
house today.
we've got the whole alphabet, haven't we? Steve D,
Yeah,
Daniel E.
yeah, yeah. Tequila saying two
Yeah.
pretty ladies, so much prettier than Eltel. That's right. You remind
Tequila.
him. We might be having a special guest appearance. We must remind him how of this. Remember that,
Yeah,
Tequila. And then Lee saying tomorrow after the game, we're party, Queen Ellie, you be dancing on
come
the
on.
tables at the end of the night. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah,
Yeah,
Lee,
come on,
if
bring
you
it
see
on.
that, please put it on camera. Somebody take a video of Ellie dancing on the tables. That would be worth
Yeah.
it.
Well, there was one time last season, not last season, the season before, when we made Champions League with Conte. It was me and Box Office Alex. We were dancing the jig, and they played some beautiful music outside the ground. It was so brilliant.
I really hope somebody caught that on camera because I just cannot imagine Alex dancing.
I know he was like going, like we were swinging around, and we were doing. It was mainly white woman dancing for me, but he's got a bit of he's got a bit of rhythm, Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can dance. Don't tell him I told you.
Well, we have to see it's everyone go get Alex to dance at some point. And then Tequila saying, "Love the shades, Ellie.
Yeah, they're
Future's so bright,
Chanel's.
you gotta wear shades, eh?"
Yeah, they're actually Angela's. They're Chanel's. So yeah, they hide the multiple things.
Well, she ain't called Queen Ellie for nothing. She's wearing Chanel shades.
Yeah.
And then we have Audio Artisan here saying, "Morning, ladies in chat. Morning to you, Audio Artisan."
Morning, audio.
Okay, let's get down to it. There is a game
Come on.
coming.
Yeah.
Easter is not far, and there's the game coming, so it's holiday time all around. So
Yeah.
so tell me, Ellie, how are you feeling about this game? Like in
Um,
general,
I'm quietly confident because I think the players are hurting after that 3-0 thrashing at Fulham. But it wasn't just like a 3-0 defeat, it was the performance that was so bad that they have to pay us back, us fans, who had to endure that 1.5 hours or 1 hour 40 minutes of that rubbish that they
yeah,
served us up, and they've got some payback to do now. So they got to get into action and make sure that they are focused fully on getting the 3 points. Don't go on the pitch half-heartedly like they did against Fulham, thinking that you're going to beat Luton, because Luton will be up for it because they're fighting for their Premiership survival. Ash.
yeah.
So we've got to be on our game. Sorry, my thing keeps on falling down. That's it. I'll put it a little bit longer. That's it. That was the Luton fans who did that.
Yeah, well, we gotta show them who's boss, Ellie. That's why Ellie's going to the stadium tomorrow to pay them back.
Yeah, true.
So I gotta bring this up. I talked about this with on Wednesday's show as well, but I feel like I haven't heard from you about it. Do you think VDV? Do you think he'll come back? Do you think he's injured? Do you think he'll play? Also, do you think we're too dependent on him?
All of it that you said, we are too dependent on him, because when you think about it, he covers the whole back line. He doesn't just cover the left, he covers the middle for Romero and he covers for Porro. When Porro and Udogi are told to invert and join the attack, it's his responsibility to mop up all the danger that's coming our way. And without him, we're a very weakened team in terms of the defensive prowess, right? So we need him. We can win without him, but it's easier to win without him because he mops up so much danger. And not only that, he's very good at bringing the ball and he's very good at passing the ball. He hardly ever loses it out of defence. So, we need him, Ash. He's vital to our team. More so than any other player, I would say.
Yeah, I think that as well. Daniel's pretty confident though. He's saying 4-0 Tottenham. I see an easy win against Luton, who can attack like a Premier League team, but their defending is championship level, and a team like Spurs, who can be clinical with Sonny, will smash them.
Yeah.
My I'm loving it. I've never seen Daniel so positive. Daniel's generally the one going, "You should not underestimate Fulham," and so on and so forth. I mean, he was right, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. He's always the guy who's just like, "Y'all are getting carried away." But I
Yeah.
see, nice to see Daniel on the happy side of things for a change.
There are a
And
few. There are a few things in our favour, Ash, that I'd like to mention as well. First of all, they've got a very heavy injury list, right?
yeah,
So that's going to play in our favour, hopefully, right? But also, they tend to not do well away from home. Their away results are much worse than their home results because their home results have been very close when they've lost. They only
yeah,
lost to us 1-0 and they lost to Arsenal 4-3. And they
yeah,
recently went to Bournemouth and scored 3 goals and then lost 4-3. So you can see their defence. We can get at them, but they can score goals as well. So we've got to be wary of that. Even though they've got injuries, they're not to the striker. So we got to be wary of them, and make sure that we're on our game.
yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Kuva is saying, big up Princess Ash and Queen Ellie. With Mia streaming
Ah,
this morning too, we've been blessed with real women rather than trolls. Big up to all in the chat too.
yeah,
Thank you,
very
Kuva. That
true.
means a lot.
I think I'm a
We
real
try.
woman. Let's just check. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
just
think I
check
am.
in, yeah,
Yeah,
Ellie.
yeah, yeah. I haven't had
You
an operation.
gotta check with those 3 daughters as well.
Oh, I'd love to meet Coover in real life. I love
Yeah.
him. I think he's fabulous.
Yeah.
He's just so intelligent with the way he puts things. It's
Yeah,
brilliant.
I kind of want
Mwah.
to do a show. Kuva, at some point we have to do a show together. I have never actually done a show where I call
Oh my
Kuva.
God,
So,
Ash,
uh,
that is sacrilege.
yeah,
That is
I just
sacrilege.
it's gonna happen
You're going
someday.
to the
Come on.
naughty step.
Yeah. And then Ronnie's saying big up. Hey Ronnie, how you doing? And Ronnie's
Hello,
pretty
Ronnie.
positive as well. He's saying Tottenham 5, Luton 2.
Mm,
Wow.
I'll
Lots of
take that.
confident people
I'll
in the
take
house.
it.
Scott Colliver's here saying hello, ladies.
Hey, hello, Scotty.
And everyone, just remember to sub to all of these lovely Spurs channels. Just a girl who loves Spurs, Ellie's other home
Yeah,
channel. Um, uh,
yeah.
and then
Just the
Tranks here
girl
saying,
loves Spurs.
yes. Um, glad that Miss Ash is back from her festivities for this ladies pre-match weekend. Last Friday was an exercise in time management, brinkmanship to prepare for this 11 a.m. show. That I'm glad you hear that. Frank. It's amazing.
Dang, I love
Back.
Chan. I love the
I
way he
know.
goes like this. He goes like
Yeah,
this.
he's the most polite person on
Senor
the internet.
Garcia. Senor
Yes,
Garcia.
Senor Garcia. Like
I
it's
love
like he's
I love
creating
his I love his
personality.
mannerisms and I love the way he loves our club. He's
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's the most
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Um, and yeah, talking ball, everyone. Come on, let's get those subscribers up. Colin's very near to 1,000 subscribers, so
Another
it's
guy.
no work to ask.
Yeah, another
Uh,
guy who's very intelligent with his comments because I've seen him on Mia's show. He's Tequila. What a guy!
yeah, love
He's
to
really well balanced as well, and he
yeah,
gives really solid opinions, and he backs them up with things
yeah.
that he knows about the club. He doesn't just
He
say
also
them off
has
the
a
cuff.
lovely
He's
gaming
really
stream.
good.
So if
Yeah, I love
everyone can
him.
check out Tequila's gaming stream, that'd be awesome as well. And
Yeah,
if nothing else, he has a
everybody
memorable
support him.
name because you're in your head, you're going Tequila.
Tequila. Hopefully, Bobby Kay and Leo will join us as well
Yeah,
because they're. I think it's about 6 or 7 o'clock in their country.
yeah.
Maybe
Um,
even Leo 7 hours behind, I think. So it'll only be 4 o'clock in his country.
Only Ellie. That's when you're not sleeping like you
I
don't.
don't sleep.
And then Kels is here saying, good morning, everyone. Hope you're all well this Good Friday. Yes, everyone. I hope you're all well this Good Friday. Easter
Yeah,
is 2 days away. That's amazing. Yes, everyone. Sub to El Tel Cockerel and Kuva
yeah,
saying we've been on stream together lots of times, Ash. Do you mean a proper football talk? Yeah, I mean, no, I mean like here on Talking Ball. I've been
yeah.
like I just coincidentally happened to be on like the screen with Kuva or like Kuva and the Kang, but I want to like have a proper football talk with Kuva sometime.
Yeah,
And
just
yes,
just
Ellie,
an intimate football chat.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
And
with
yes,
Cuba.
and yes, Ellie, the two of you on screen right now, my two favorite people. Oh, love you back, Kuba.
Oh, no. I love Cuba. He's so lovely.
Yeah.
He's
I also
funny.
think, and then Daniel is like bringing us back to this is a football show, y'all. So he says, also think Luton defensively switch off too much to play a low block against any top six side. They switch off too much, Luton. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Do you think as well, Ellie? Do you think they switch off too much?
Yeah, they do. They lose concentration, but it's quality as well, Ash. They just lack quality in certain areas because they can score goals. Just put it that way. It's just the quality's not quite there. But they'll
Yeah,
they'll learn if they survive this season, which I very much hope they do, because they really do deserve to stay up over the other teams that are going to go down. Because I personally think they've played really well this season. And even
yeah,
when we played them at their ground, they had quite a number of opportunities to score. And they did actually score, and it was ruled off because of the push.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, we got to be on our guard because they're going to come with a game
yeah.
plan. Yeah.
And
So
we're not known for our stellar defense either, are
yeah,
we?
yeah.
uh, Lee Statham saying hello, everyone. Hey, Lee, how
Hello,
you been?
Lee.
Um, and then everyone saying hi to each other. And then Lily White Lane saying they'll come as add us Danny, which will give us loads of chances. Just need Sunny to be clinical because I'm not sure the others up top will be. I kind of wanted to
Yeah.
discuss that with you.
Mm.
Talking about clinic people who are clinical, um, Richarlison will be returning. Now he's the person who scored the most number of goals after Sunny. Do you think that gets him a start the minute he comes back, or do you think we should put him on the
Right.
bench and make him
That,
play
this
his
is
way in?
confusing me because yesterday on Talk and Ball, when I mentioned Richie, sorry, on Dan's show, they said he was injured. So I don't know whether if he's fit now or if he's injured. I don't know because I haven't checked because I just thought that he was injured and he won't be available. So yeah, that's what I've heard anyway. I'm not sure whether it's 100% true because normally when somebody tells me that he's injured, I'll take
No,
that.
I
I
could be
think
wrong.
it was
I could be wrong,
Jose.
Ellie.
I think it was Jose who said he was injured anyway. Not
Oh,
on
I could
Dan's
be
show.
wrong.
It's on.
It said
uh,
slow return to fitness or something like that. I just assumed that slow return was now at its end, but I could be
Yeah, I think
wrong.
he's not available. I think he's not available according to Jose yesterday anyway. Yeah.
Oh wait,
But
Jose
Jose's
will
probably
probably
pop
know better
on
than
later
me.
and let us know 100%. If anybody in the chat knows if Richie the pigeon is injured, Lee Smithy Smith, come on, we need you. You know your man if
Yeah,
he's injured or not.
where are all them guardians of the Pumbo?
Yeah, come on. The football.
Yeah. Oh well. On that note, let me switch to the chat, who probably knows better than me. Maybe some of them will have the answers. And yeah, Kuva, anytime I will let you know. I will take you up on this. We will do this
Yeah.
someday. Um, the disabled teams. Okay, everyone's talking to each other. Danny is saying how many of them Luton chances were created when we was down to 10 men, though nearly all of them. Yeah, that's true. I think there was one chance in the starting in that game, before
Yeah.
when we were all 11 men, one decent chance, and then after that it was all when we were down to 10 men. Do you remember, Ellie?
Yeah, they had a few before, but not that many clear cut chances. Yeah, they did create more of them after we went down and we lost Basuma to that ridiculous thing that he did. What an idiot. Sorry, Basuma, you were a bit of a twat that day. So yeah, but the thing is they do score goals and like I said, their away record is not half as good as their home record. So we've got the upper hand on them as well because I
Yeah.
mean I think we've lost three at home altogether, if I'm right. I know we lost to Aston Villa, didn't we? Right, we lost to West Ham. And
Fulham.
who else did we? Who else have we lost to? Well, we lost to Man City in the cup, but that's a cup game.
Wasn't
Just
Fulham at
trying to,
home as well, Ellie?
no,
Was
no,
was
we beat Fulham. We beat Fulham
Oh
two
yeah, yeah.
one. Yeah. I'll go through the teams in my head. You carry on, and I'll find the team. I know. I think we've lost 3.
Um, Till then, I will say morning to a bunch of people. Colin Blackshaw is here. Morning, ladies. Hope you're well, Colin. Um,
Yeah,
and we also have
Chelsea.
Tequila,
That's it.
whose
Chelsea. We lost
channel
2.
link is here. So everyone, please go sub to Tequila's channel if you want to see some cool gaming vids. And then Daniel E saying 2 out of their front three is out injured. Yeah, they have a bunch of injuries. I think it's the
Yeah,
like the stress of the Premier League finally catching up to them. They started the season also with a bunch of injuries. So I do feel bad for Luton because I think that they're a better team than a lot of the other relegation teams.
yeah.
The teams fighting for relegation, and I do think that they've been unlucky when it comes to injuries and such. And they've been unlucky in a few games as well. That Arsenal game, that last minute goal, I felt so bad for them because they really defended like their life depended on it. They
I
were really
know.
good.
They
Uh,
deserved to win that game. I think,
yeah,
even
they
though
did.
Arsenal had the most of the play, they had a really good chances to score when they broke off.
Yeah, exactly. Namaskar, Donna, and Donna's also saying Calimera to Miss Aguilera.
And
So,
met us.
so okay, so now, considering we don't know whether Richie's injured or not, what do you think that forward line looks like? Like, who do
Um,
you think is the best front three?
I would personally like to see Johnson start over Werner because I just think he's a better all round player at moving the ball quicker and going at his man. And he's got more of a goal threat. I mean, it shows in his stats he's got 6 assists and 4 goals. All right, be it 2 of them were tap-ins, but you have to be there to score them. So I don't buy into this fact that it was laid on a plate for him because Werner's were laid on a plate for him as well. But I just like to see Richie. Sorry, if Richie's fit, I'd prefer to have Richie on the left and Sonny in the middle and Kulu on the right and have Johnson off the bench. But if he isn't, I'd start Johnson on the left, Kulu on the right, and Sonny in the middle. Or if Ange Postecoglou's brave and he plays, say VDV's not fit and he plays Dragushin as right back and pushes Porro into Kulu's position and play Kulu as a false 9. That's what I would like to see because I think he'll be more effective because he was playing that role for Juventus. I just think he's better at not going at players because of lack of pace, picking the ball up and looking what's on because he has got a good eye, he's got good vision as we saw when he passed to Sarr against Brighton, you know. Yeah, so that's the 3 I want to see: Johnson, Sonny, and Kulu.
What do you think about the people who are saying that Kulu is just too predictable? They shouldn't play him as a winger anymore. So they like that people think that Kulu should go either be dropped or be benched or
I
what?
agree. I totally agree with them. That's why I said they should put Porro in his position. Because first of all, Porro's got more pace. Second of all, he's got a better pass across the 18-yard box because we've seen it when he's done it before. But because he's playing an inverted role, he's linking up with Kulu, so he's not overlapping. And when he has overlapped, we've scored a goal. Because against Liverpool he did that, and we scored a goal because he put it in that danger area, and Matip put it in his own goal. So I want to see that, but we probably won't because Ange Postecoglou's not going to do it. I know it's a shame because I think it'll work.
Um, so Daniel's saying that Johnson's dribbling ability is a weakness in his game. Do you agree with that? I,
Mm.
I do agree with that to some extent. I also like
Yeah,
the he just doesn't take on his man enough.
yeah. The thing is with Johnson, right? He needs confidence, right? So he has got dribbling ability, but when what he's it's like it's like he's shy to take his man on. But when he has, he invariably beats them because his pace is electric. All right, like against Crystal Palace, he came on as an impact sub and he beat Anderson and he beat him on strength, which I was really shocked about because I've never
Yeah.
seen him do that. And against Aston Villa, he was very, very good in that game. He
Yeah.
picked up really good positions and ran at them. So he has got that ability, but it's just the confidence bit has to come. Because you see
Yeah.
when he scores, it's almost like he's saying, um, I've not really impressed, so he doesn't over celebrate his goal. He goes away and he's a bit shy. He's like that in temperament. When you see him in the videos from the training ground, he's quite a shy lad, you know.
Yeah.
He's not like a Basumo who's all over the place,
Yeah.
dancing and he's a very reserved, shy lad. But he's got to open himself up because you're at
Yeah.
a big club and we expect things from you,
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah,
That's why it made me so happy when um uh, when he sort of like in the Villa game, he was so angry, and he was the one who sort of started the banter,
yeah,
like the fighting. I was so
yeah,
happy when I saw that.
yeah. It's true.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a celebrity in the house. It's a girl who loves Spurs. Kate is
Yeah,
here saying, "Morning, Ash and Ellie." So, welcome to you, Kate. So basically, we've done the whole double whammy. We had Jim and then we had Kate. So,
yes,
this is a blessed show, everyone. You must stick around for it. Um,
yeah.
and Ronnie's saying my team would be Vicario, Poro, Romero, Radu, Udogi, Hoybier, Sar, Madders, Johnson, Sun, and Werner. You made Ellie's day,
I
Ronnie.
think
Were you sucking
I
up
think
to
Ronnie. Do
Ellie?
you know what? Every time he started, we've lost, so I don't want him to start.
Yeah.
I know. You know what? He deserves to start over Basuma, or Bentancur deserves to start. I would play Bentancur, even though he's got a broken toe. I think he offers more than Højbjerg in terms of like getting us forward. He can drive with the ball like Basuma can, but he also can play that number 6 role very, very well because
Yeah.
he's very agile, which Højbjerg isn't, and he's getting on a bit. But I just feel Basuma doesn't deserve a start. He needs to kick up the backside. Actually, he needs to sit on the bench and stew while the other players, take his place, and it'll give him a kickstart to buck his ideas up. Because we know Basuma is a talented footballer. He's just not showing it at the moment.
Yeah, so I agree with you. For me personally, you were talking about the forward line. I would not like to see Kulu on the wing. I would actually like to see him as number 8. So I'd
Yeah.
like to, because Bentancur
Just
anyway has an
behind
injured
Sonny,
toe.
more forward, just behind Sonny to pick up the ball from Bentancur and play with Sarr. The thing is, you've got to play Sarr as well because he's
No,
our engine.
I would actually have. So I thought
You have a
Bissouma
four-man
had
midfield
had a pretty
then.
bad game. I would actually rather have Sar, uh, Kulu, and Madders as the three in the midfield,
Okay,
uh,
yeah, that'll
and then
work.
have. Oh, we have celebrities here. So, like, this is a very blessed stream. Jose, may I bring you onto stage?
Yay!
There we
Hey!
go. Celebrities in the
Hello!
house. Um, what is happening? You both
Can you
have
hear
to
us?
figure out a way to fit in the stream. So we
They're
have
at a
Chris
cafe,
here who's
actually.
Come
helping.
on, you man. Ah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. Now we have everyone. Chris and Jose are here. Oh, this is an amazing stream. How y'all doing?
We're
Can you
saying
hear
hello,
us?
but we can't hear you.
Come on, Eve.
You can't hear
Oh,
us.
We're in a coffee shop, so we can't hear you at all. But we just thought
Oh,
we'd say hello.
oh,
hello.
Have a great show. Have a great show, people. See you later.
Senor Garcia and Senor Chris.
do
Just do
oh
that
no,
to
there
them.
was a way. Maybe we could have done sign language
Yeah.
streaming. Who knows? We could have figured it out.
Oh
Uh,
my God. That was good.
yeah, that was great. It was so happy to see. It's so nice to see them.
Yeah.
But yeah, coming back to this, I kind of feel like Kulu, because he can run a lot and his hold up ability is good, and like all of that. I
Yeah,
actually think that he could play that number 8 role as well. Like, remember when there have been a few games in which they bring Kulu on and they bring Matters on, they're playing together in the midfield. I think that it's totally possible. I think in the Villa game also in the second half they did that for a bit. So I feel like
yeah,
they can really do that. I genuinely think that Kulu and Matters together would make an excellent midfield, and so I feel like I would rather see on up top Sunny, Johnson, and Werner, and then have both Kulu and Madders and in the midfield along with Sar, and then we got the same defense apart from Radu filling in for Van der Ven.
yeah.
Like I
I
genuinely
think,
believe that will work.
yeah, of course it would work. Of course it will, because we saw it against Man City. But he played Johnson, or did he bring him on? I can't remember. But no, he played Johnson, didn't he, from the start? Because I
Yeah,
remember Højbjerg came on later on in that game in the second
yeah,
half, right? So I think it will work. But what I said about Dragushin being a right back, because he's played right back,
yeah,
and Porro going on the wing, that means he's going to be an out and out winger, and Kulu could be the inverted midfield stroke winger to link up with him, because
yeah,
Kulu naturally goes to the wing because he's used to that role. But when he was at Juventus, he played a number 8, number 10 role, just behind the striker, picking the ball up from Sarr. But I personally think we need a better passer than Sarr to link up with Kulu if you're going to do
yeah,
that. But
yeah,
that means sacrificing Sarr, because he's not going to play a 4-man midfield, is he?
yeah, yeah. Sorry.
It's
Um,
okay. That's the
yeah,
problem. It's
that's
a
why no,
hard
that's
one
why
to
I think
call.
like instead of trying to find a better passer than Sar, just stick Kulu in the midfield. He's a better passer already, and
Yeah,
like it could. I feel like that could work. I do have to say hi to a few people in the chat.
of course.
Renee
Yeah.
is here saying good morning from Texas, ladies. Oh, Renee,
Mm,
you must be up really
yes.
early to watch this.
Texas
Um,
Hold'em.
and then everyone's talking to each other. And
Yeah,
Daniel E saying Johnson needs to be better at protecting the ball as well. Too many times loose touches. It's going out for a throw in a lot. Throw in a lot.
yeah.
Um,
He does.
yeah,
He has.
I
He's
think
not
I
as
think
he's not as good as
most of our
Kulu
team
at nurturing the
do
ball.
that.
Yeah. For whatever Kulu's criticisms, right? He does hold up the play really well and he brings the ball out very well. But it's that
Yeah,
last bit that he hasn't been doing from when he first came to us the first season, and he done 7 assists and 5 goals. We want to see that more confident Kulu scoring more goals. Even like when he cuts in and he has a powder puff shot, you know, give it a good old welly, Hulu, because I see
yeah.
him practicing, right? And he's really good at the practice, but when it comes to the match, he doesn't perform like he's been practicing. So I don't get that. Yeah, because he really powers them in when he's practicing before the match starts.
I think it's just a confidence thing as well because he doesn't trust his right foot, like I just feel like maybe that's what it is, like he takes too much time to like get the ball onto the other foot, and that by the time he's taken that time, like the moment is lost.
Yeah,
I do feel like that's the truth with all of our forward line. There's a little bit of a confidence issue as well with all of them, and I feel
yeah,
like strikers, like forwards in general, they have to have that little bit of that, like Jacob and United Spurs of America says BDE, they have to have that little bit of
yeah,
extra something something, just to get the confidence up and not to lose it. Like if you look
yeah.
at Ronaldo, the reason he's such an amazing goal scorer is that nobody believes in Ronaldo as much as Ronaldo believes in Ronaldo.
I know.
So it's just like a wonderful feeling that when you have so many people doubting you, you constantly believe in yourself and constantly back yourself, and I feel Harry Kane
Yeah,
had that, and to some extent Sonny has that, but he does occasionally lose it sometimes, but that's why he can be a purple patch player. But like the biggest strikers in the world, they always had that. Shearer had that, Kane has it,
yeah,
Ronaldo had it, Messi has it, even though he's a quieter version. uh,
yeah.
So I feel like you need that little bit extra confidence.
I
Uh,
agree. It's confidence mixed with arrogance,
yeah,
right? Even Glenn, the great Glenn Hoddle, he had arrogance. When he go on the pitch, he's like a gazelle. He pushes his shoulders back and he strides out on that pitch. And Ronaldo does it. Messi doesn't do it because he's just confident in his
yeah,
ability. Ronaldo's had to work at his game to get him to that level. You know, his fitness, his physique, you know, the way he carries himself on the pitch. But there's gifted players naturally like Messi, and there's
yeah,
gifted players like Ronaldo who had to work at it. But they've all got that arrogance, but they've more so with Messi's confidence, right? Yeah, so all the top players have got it. Gaza did. Gaza, when
yeah,
he strode out on that pitch, he was like, I'm the man, you know.
yeah.
I've got
That's
the
why,
BDE.
yeah, exactly. It's kind of
Yeah,
why I like watching Zlatan as well. Like Zlatan has it in
yeah.
spades.
He
He's just
comes out of
always
the
up
pitch
for it,
like that, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Whoa, I'm here. Don't mess with
yeah.
me, baby. I love
Uh,
those players who are really confident, but they're not over arrogant. Same with Eric
yeah,
Cantona. You know, when he
yeah,
scored,
yeah,
Wayne Rooney's the same. They've all got talent. You
yeah.
know, talent, abundance of talent. That it's lovely to see when you see a footballer who's got that arrogance. You know, they think, right,
Yeah.
I'm the business. I'm going to do it. Yeah,
Yeah, and I think like also it was slightly different in that time because you could technically you could shut off the media and all the doubters because they would come in the news and the newspapers, and as long as you didn't watch that, you could keep it out. But now with social media, it's so hard to keep the voices out.
yeah,
And so I really wonder if that's the reason, because you don't see that a lot. Like I see that with Haaland, but not many people in the young generation do I see that sort of like impeccable sort of confidence. They're all a little bit where they have to be built up confidence wise. Even the really promising talents like Saka and all, who like are confident, when they don't score, you can see that confidence diminishing.
yeah. Saka's like he's a mixed bag. He's not arrogant at all.
Yeah.
He doesn't strike me as he's quite an unassuming man. When you see him interviewed, he's quite shy, and Johnson's the same. So for Johnson to become that elite footballer, first of all, he'll have to work on his all-round
Yeah.
skills, right? And then secondly, he has to be confident when he goes on that pitch in his own ability. Because
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
got some minerals, but he hasn't honed them yet.
Yeah,
He's still
exactly.
quite raw.
Yeah, they got to be men, not boys. That's the
Yeah.
point.
You're not quite Eric Cantona yet.
Yeah. I don't think anyone will ever be Eric Cantona,
Oh
but
my God.
James is here saying hi. A big up, everyone.
James,
Hi,
going to
James.
Tottenham fan.
Um, and Tequila's here as well. Is saying good to hear. Good to hear what? I feel like
Good
I
to
missed a
hear.
bunch in the chat.
Nobody's told us
Um,
about Richie yet. We need to know about Richie, whether he's fit or not.
yeah, nobody's telling us if
Come
Richie
on,
is fit
Lee,
or
where have
not.
you gone?
Yeah. No, no, nobody guarding the combo today.
I know. Because I don't read it. I just wait for people to tell me. Because
Yeah.
I'm normally promoting shows, so I haven't got time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've been stuck in rural India, so I have no clue what's happening anywhere in the world. Um,
Yeah,
but Ali, like we were talking about the midfield. The midfield's been struggling for a while. Like everyone says, "Oh, we haven't figured out our forward line, or we haven't figured out this or that." I feel like the problem actually lies in we haven't figured out our midfield, because it's just constantly chopping and changing.
yeah,
All the players we expect things from, like Madison, they're not really providing in the way that they're supposed to. Like
yeah.
the flyer that they had in the first 10 games, you don't see that midfield anymore. And like no
I
matter
agree.
who we put in, it just doesn't work. The Fulham game, just it was absent. We just didn't have a midfield. They were just like cutting through us like knife and butter. So like,
I like that analogy.
yeah, so it was
I
just
did.
one of those things, where I'm just like, the problem is not really whether we convert our goals or whether we defend or anything. The first problem I have is our midfield. Like, do you think so as well? Do you think that our midfield? What do you think is a good midfield for this game?
Um, well, I like to see Madders obviously, and I want Sarr in there, but I would put Bentancur or Lo Celso in. The thing is with Lo Celso, he's one of those characters that doesn't seem to be interested when he comes on. But I saw him link up with Bentancur against Aston Villa, and that was the best midfield display, better than anything we did in the 10 games prior at the start of the season. Honestly, we were cooking. Lo Celso and Bentancur, they were fabulous together. But the thing is, I don't think Ange wants that. So I would like to see it again to see if it does cook again. Because honestly, Ash, it was absolutely sublime for half an hour until Matty Cash crashed into Bentancur. Now,
Yeah,
I think Sarr. I would like Sarr, Bentancur, and Maddison to be the midfield three. That's my if Basuma was cooking, he would be in there, and I would play Bentancur, Basuma, and Maddison, right? Because I think Sarr needs a rest as well. Yeah, but
yeah,
because Basuma's gone off the boil, he doesn't deserve a start in my book.
yeah,
If I'm picking the team, he's not starting.
yeah. Me neither. Um, and DJ Samuel's here saying good morning, ladies. Hey,
Hello,
DJ.
DJ. He's a lovely lad.
And James saying Jude is confident and he's only 20. So then maybe it's just England. England does that to people because Jude not playing here, is he?
Oh my God.
And then Tequila saying, I have no clue what's happening between my ears. Not much, according to most people. Oh, Tequila, don't say that. We've been picking up your channel. Trust me, everyone, Tequila, as much as he protests, has a brain. And there is
Yeah.
things happening between his ears.
Jude Bellingham, he's a specimen. He's like a real man already, in his physique, right? And he's just an exceptional talent, and he's got that arrogance and confidence as well, because he's just
he's a
something
future
else,
like
isn't he?
star. I think he's just going to be one of those, stars that eclipses all previous British players.
Yeah.
And James saying Ellie ruthless with her team, no messing around.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you got that right, James.
You're not playing for me. You're not getting in my team. Sorry.
Yeah.
However good
And
you are.
Tequila saying Biss ain't cooking Ellie. He's a microwave meal at best.
I know. Come on, get out of the microwave, Biss, and get on that pitch and show what you can do. It's the focus is not there either.
Yeah.
And I think Postecoglou, he's playing him as like, I know he doesn't like to put numbers on it, but he's playing him as a deep line defensive midfielder, CDM as it's called, right?
Yeah.
But I think he's best suited as an attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
He's better because he drives with the ball and he can link up with Madders like he was doing the first 10 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think he's wasted in that CDM.
Yeah, I feel like we have too many people who can play those forward positions and not somebody who's good at that number 6 sort of CDM, traditional CDM role.
Yeah.
Like we have too many people who play, like Bentancur can play that 8 role, and Bissouma plays it really well, and Sarr is also a good 8. And so they're all sort of like, I know that Ange wants us to be flexible, but you need somebody back there as well. Like it can't just be all go.
Sarr is best suited as a CDM because he can cover the ground. Plus, he's passing, it won't be so bad. Like, because he does some loose passes sometimes, but his whole game is nurtured on winning the ball back, and he's very good at driving with the ball. But I think he's better as a CDM. He's more suited.
But the thing is, Ellie, Sarr has such an engine on him. If you let him stay back as a CDM, you lose all of that mobility, right, across the pitch. Because he covers so much ground and he carries the ball so much. And, he just that constant like the lawnmower thing that Brian keeps talking about,
Yeah.
you lose that if you sort of peg him behind as a CDM, I feel.
Yeah, I just think Basuma's better at
Yeah.
that role than he is. And I think he's brilliant at getting back and covering and mopping up, because he's fabulous, because he'll run forever for you,
Yeah.
and Basuma has got that lazy gene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He just doesn't want to work sometimes. He just strolls around the pitch. I was watching him against Crystal Palace. He was strolling around the pitch like doing 2-yard, 5-yard
Yeah, like,
passes, and that was
sometimes you
it.
just want to go, "I wake up,"
Come on,
like,
wake up, Basuma. We need you to drive forward with the ball
yeah,
and link up with Madders.
yeah, exactly.
He's
And
playing easy pass, man.
James
Flipping
is
hell.
apparently saying that Jude went to his sister's school. Do you know Jude at all, James? Do you have
No
a name?
way.
That'd be
He's got a
amazing.
brother called Job, isn't he, who plays for Sunderland, I believe.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
He's actually quite a talent apparently as well. Not like Jude, but like he isn't bad, half bad himself.
yeah.
That's what I've heard at least. And then Shemtan says Premier League puts too much pressure on young stars because there's so much money involved. It's why we go out and buy foreign youth rather than bringing through our academy players. Um,
Hmm.
that is true to some extent. What do you think, Ellie? Before we come to James's comment, what do you think about that? Do you think that the Prem just puts too much pressure on young talent? That's why we're always getting them from abroad.
I just there is a lot of truth in that, because like you've seen it, we've brought youngsters from abroad, haven't we? And we haven't brought our own youngsters through. So now we've got this academy, and it's supposed to be the academy which is like going to be the academy of all academies, playing the
Yeah,
same style as the first team as well.
yeah,
So I want to see. I don't care about the money. The money, they shouldn't be thinking about the money. They should be focusing on their football. And if
yeah,
I'm in charge of a youth team myself, I say, look, don't be attracted by the money. Be attracted by making yourself a better footballer and getting on that first team sheet. That's
yeah,
your goal. And once you're on that first team sheet, you keep your position by playing your very, very best and giving your all, right, to the
yeah,
team. Don't be attracted by all these lights that are flashing out of side football and all the money and all the money that's being thrown at you, right? Because it just detracts from what you're a footballer at the end of the day. That is your profession, all right? And you've got to love football, not the money and the bright lights.
yeah. I agree with
Annoys
that.
me.
Just answering Kuva live, Kuva always live. Um, um, so I was just saying that like I was watching this interview with all the youngsters from Liverpool who won the FA Cup final. They were
Yeah,
having like this, I think Sky or someone who was interviewing all of them, and I don't know if this is true of our academy as well. But they said that in the starting of the day before they go into training, unlike Kuva who's on many phone calls, they have to deposit their phones into like this thing, and then they only get it at the end of the day. I kind
yeah,
of like that. I like the fact that when they're training, they're just training. There's no phones, there's no gadgets, no technology, no like
that's right.
listening to like voices from outside. Nobody's telling them, oh, this Donley is the next best thing, or Sunsa Bell is the next best thing, or any of that. Like it's just all of them together
Yeah.
as a team working towards getting better. I kind of like that. Like I don't know if that's the culture we have as well, because I haven't heard from our academy what we do with our phones and how the training happens. But I'd like to see, like, I'd like them to make that information more public so that we know.
Yeah, because your focus is football, not the outside world. When you're training to become a better footballer and improve your game and learn
Yeah,
from other footballers who are more experienced than you. So you should be watching them, see what they do, how they move on the pitch, what they eat, how they train, so that you can improve your training methods as well. And then you've got the training professionals who take the team and get their fitness up. So your whole focus is to improve every aspect of your game. I know when
yeah,
I was playing, I used to watch other girls who were more technically gifted than me at my age, because
Yeah.
I started when I was 12 years old. I was still a young girl. I didn't have the strength, right? So you have to work on your strength. You have to work on your core strength as well,
Yeah.
plus your ability on the ball. You watch the other players, how they train as well, and you get better and better as you get stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
You're if you're focused, you will learn, right? And you will
Yeah.
improve every aspect of your game.
So sorry, Ellie. James is asking what your midfield three
Yeah.
was again.
My midfield three was Kulu, not Kulu, Bentancur, Sarr, and Madders. That was my midfield three. Because I think Sarr deserves a place because he's been hot most of the season. He's had a few bad games here and there, but mostly he's been excellent for us. And then Bentancur, because I just feel he's got a broken toe, which makes me feel a bit reserved about it. But I think he would do a better job than Basuma at the moment because Basuma's confidence is completely gone. I
Yeah,
just think
yeah,
he would offer
I'd
us
agree
more
with that,
even
but
with a broken
I
toe.
just feel like with a broken toe we shouldn't risk Bentancur.
Yeah, that's the
I would rather
I
just put
worry about that.
Kulu in the midfield and see how we
Well,
go.
if I didn't play Bentancur, right, I would actually play Højbjerg.
Yeah,
Because this sort of game, right, you need somebody who's quite tenacious because Luton are not the most skilled team in terms of moving the ball forward. So I think to win the ball back off them, you'll have Sarr and Højbjerg plus Madders cooking.
yeah,
So and then bring on Bentancur later on. But personally, I would start him because I think a broken toe is not that bad. It's not too bad, and I've played with a broken toe before. It's not that bad.
yeah, yeah. They just have to like band-aid it, like stick it to the
Yeah,
other toe, right? And then it just
yeah,
stays like that for the whole game.
yeah.
DJ is saying Ellie's he's letting you know that he's going to be at the Tottenham versus Arsenal game next month to
Oh,
meet the
lovely.
Irish Hotspur. So yay, amazing. Love Irish
Yeah.
Hotspur.
So you
They,
got a ticket, DJ Samuel, because Irish Hotspur said he was looking for one for you. Yeah, I'm
oh
looking for one extra one as well for my nephew. So
yeah,
hopefully
so
somebody will
everyone
come up trumps
get
with me.
get Ellie's nephew a ticket so that
Yeah,
everyone can have a big Tottenham rager with the Irish Hotspur and DJ and Ellie and Lee and her nephew.
yeah.
Everyone will be there. Um, and then he's also saying great live stream as always. He loves listening to Ellie's Tottenham stories.
Yeah, I love it. Do you know what? Because I was born in 1962, I've got quite a few stories to tell. But when I was 19 and we won the FA Cup, that was the first real time, because you remember because you're old enough. When in 71, 73, we won the League Cup. 62, we won the FA Cup, but I was only one. And in 67, I went to that final, but I was only 4.5. What do you know at 4.5 years old?
Yeah.
So the first real cup final, 1981, was absolutely brilliant. It was the most magical day. Like the first game, obviously it was a draw, 1-1, but the replay in the night time and the atmosphere was electric. I've never seen anything like it, honestly. At White Hart Lane or Wembley, that game was the pinnacle of my Spurs history of supporting Spurs. It was absolutely the atmosphere. When Steve Perryman went to lift the FA Cup and it was gleaming in the and I was so happy for Steve Perryman because he was my favourite player behind Glenn Hoddle, and what a great captain he was. It
Yeah,
was
he
an
really, he
incredible
really was.
game.
I sometimes listen to his podcast as well.
Yeah,
He really was something.
lovely.
I think that the next time Spurs win a trophy, I think Spurs fans will be celebrating for like a year. They were
I
not a
know.
day, not a week, not a month. It will be a year of celebrations because we
I
won
know.
in 2020.
And I'll be especially happy for Sonny because he deserves it. He
Yeah,
deserves the trophy, man. He
I don't
does. I know
reckon
he's
I'll
won
be
an Asia
properly,
Cup, hasn't he? But he hasn't won
Ellie. I
an
don't reckon I'll be
trophy.
properly sober for like at least 6 months. you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's called alcoholism. Sorry, no.
I just want him to win, and it'll be so great. I will have the biggest Cheshire smile on my face when Sonny brings up a trophy for us. It'll be
That'd be
incredible.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be even more amazing if Harry Kane sitting in the stands going like this. You know, like the angry, angry
Yeah.
fan.
Why did I leave?
Yeah.
They've gone and won a trophy when I've left. The sods. Oh
And
my
then
God.
Tequila's asking who would you like us to bring in for a DM?
Paulinha.
Oh yeah, Paulinia. I agree with you
What a player.
100%, Ellie.
Oh, he's
Daniel's
amazing.
saying agreed. Balance in midfield is becoming a real issue for me. This team needs a top class number 6 ASAP who can dictate tempo and be a shield in front of the back four. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree with that.
100%. Paulinha fits all that bill. He can
And
play.
then,
He's technical. He's a hard
yeah,
man. He's got shithousery. He's got a very good shot on him. He can link up, play well. He's such an all-round brilliant number 6.
yeah.
Yeah.
And James is saying he was at Birmingham City while he was at school. My sister met him. Then his parents are lovely. They don't live far from me. So James clearly knows all the best
Ah,
people.
yeah.
So if y'all want a connection to the Bellinghams, James is the one to go to. And then Shamtan is saying, I agree, Ellie. And sorry, Ellie and Ash, I meant the money involved in winning is why the youth sometimes can't handle the pressure. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a hard thing because they get money thrown at them from a very young age, right? And what Dan E said on his stream just recently, when was it yesterday I was on with him, he said that they've got thousands and thousands of followers before they even make the first team, you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
and
exactly.
yeah, it's a different ball game now from when Steve Perriman and Glenn Hoddle were around.
Like you wouldn't even know the academy players until they debuted. And
I
now we
know,
know every one of them. We know their life history. We know their families. Like everything.
yeah, yeah.
And Tequila is doing an amazing job of summarizing the show. According to him, the show is this is a microwave meal and we need a new DM. Yes, absolutely, Tequila. Well done. Great summary skills. And then James is saying we know Ndombele in training will be ordering his Uber Eats if he had his phone. Oh
I've got a
God,
funny story
Ndombele.
about not. I've got a funny story about Not on Billy. We were playing Leeds United at home, and I left my paper ticket at home, so I couldn't get in, and they'd shut the ticket office. So I was opposite the stadium, right, and I was in the jerk chicken place, right? It's called Brown Eagle, I think it's called. Anyway, I was sitting there eating my jerk chicken, and Not on Belly came in. And he ordered the works. Honestly, this is the God's honest truth. He ordered the works, right? And then I actually got a ticket from a ticket tout outside, and I went into the game. And that was the day that I'd broken my foot as well, you know. So
Oh
I went in.
no.
Yeah, I already had a broken foot, and I went into the disabled section, and I
Yeah.
lost my husband's credit card that day, and they took this really lovely lady called Linda, who's the hospitality manager. She took me to the players' lounge, and I saw Ledley King, I saw Dawson. It was so good because I lost my credit card. She felt so sorry for me, and then she took me downstairs where they're going to build where they built the go karting, and it was all dark, nothing there. It was massive. So I thought they were going to turn it into a museum, but they turned it into a go karting. So
Yeah,
they
nobody
should
goes
have
to
really made a
museums anymore,
museum.
Ellie.
Yeah, it doesn't pay to have a museum, does it? Really?
Museum.
Not really. Not like a go karting track.
Yeah, and Daryl is saying, yeah, with the broken toe, he's still not 100%. Bentancur, and I heard a lot of fans say, where are we playing Bentancur when he's clearly not fit? People want him to play with a broken toe. When people
That's
want him to
it.
play with a broken
That's
toe.
another thing. But I think if we play him for 45 minutes and get ahead, but you know, because when he comes on, he only gets 15, 20 minutes. You can't really, you can influence the game, but not as much. I think we start him because he's our best midfielder next to Madders in terms of creativity and passing ability. You know, so I just hope he's all right and the broken toes healed up.
Yeah, same here, Ellie. And the disabled team's asking, Ellie, did you win silverware in your playing day?
Yeah, like it wasn't really organised so much, but we did win trophies, but they were like regional trophies. Because Spurs Ladies, right? We weren't affiliated to the club. We were just called Spurs Ladies. Then Broxbourne Ladies turned into Tottenham Hotspur Ladies in 1985, and it was a lady called Kay Miller and Sue Sharples. Not Kay Miller, Kay, I've forgotten her surname, but her first name's Kay, and Sue Sharples, who very sadly passed away not too long ago. Yeah, so it was like regional trophies that we won because there wasn't really any organised football in those days, you know, like for big trophies. And even if you watched, I don't know if you watched when England won the Euros, they had the England ladies who'd won England caps and they didn't get caps in those days. That's what
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
I
like.
did see. It was a nice touch. It was really nice to give it to
It was
like the,
really good, you
yeah, it
know,
was
that
such
they
a
honoured
love
those
gesture.
ladies. Yeah.
'Cause,
And
like
they
they're
were
the
even
ones
older
who,
than me, those ladies. Yeah,
yeah,
they came from
exactly.
a different era.
Because like there isn't like in some cases some clubs don't even have records of the past players who played for them. You know, like in the women's,
Oh,
the,
yeah.
you
They,
know, so
no
it's just
records were kept. It was like really disorganised. But
yeah,
I had the fun time playing. It was really good, and it keeps you fit. That's the main thing, as
yeah,
well. But I love playing football, and I live and breathe football. So it was natural for me to become a footballer as well. Having seven
yeah.
brothers, what else was I going to do?
Yeah, Shebda saying your memory is amazing, Eddie. I was born in 65 and I can't even remember what I did last week. Yeah.
Yeah. Any
This was
Spurs memories in what they call it, inscripted into my brain. I don't lose that. That's always going to be there, you know.
yeah, honestly, Ellie, I don't even remember what happened in the previous game. So, your memory was way better than mine for sure.
Well, you're
Uh,
lucky because that previous game was Fulham, and you want to forget that one.
yeah, you want to get it anyway. And
Yeah,
then Daniel is saying, I don't care how people say Ange's system will concede chances. The reason this defense, which on paper is the best defense since Poch days, are getting exposed by not having enough protection. Yeah, I agree with that. Uh, like I don't think it's just. So, what do you think, Eddie? Do you think it's the system? Like, if you think about it, the four people we have at the back, people say, "Oh, this is the best defense we've had since Poch," right? Uh,
yeah,
since that time when we had, Kyle Walker and Danny Rose and Vertonghen and Alderweireld. Since that time, this is perhaps the best back four. But if you think about it in terms of numbers and stuff, you'd say that they're really leaky back four and they're conceding all the time. So then would you say it's Ange's system? Would you say it's just that they're not getting enough protection at the back? What do you think is happening?
it's a bit of everything really. When we don't have Van der Ven, it's very tough because we need his pace. All right,
Yeah,
and we saw it against Fulham. It was blaring. I think we've only lost one game where he started. Yeah, so that's the proof in the pudding, right? But it's like a high risk to outscore the opposition, and it has worked very well. So hats off to Postecoglou for playing that style. I do like it. Um, Sometimes in games, we were talking on Dan's show, like you have to have a little bit of in-game management sometimes, you know, to def- to protect yourself. You know, drop 2 or 3 yards back, even. Yeah, but they do that. I have seen them do it. You know,
yeah,
but I think they need to do it a little bit more because in the Premiership you can get caught, and the strikers are top notch in the Premiership. Not from all teams, but the top teams, and they're the ones that you really want to beat because they're the ones you've got to get ahead of. You can
yeah,
beat your Burnleys and your Bournemouths and your Lutons, you know, you can beat all those teams, but when it comes to the crunch, we've actually done quite well against the top 6 teams so far. We've lost to Villa at home. We've beaten them away. We've drawn with Arsenal. We've beaten Liverpool at home. We lost. We drew at Man City. So we've done quite well. But remember, Liverpool, they went down to 9 men, so that was an anomaly. And then Chelsea, they're not even in the top 6, but that was the game that really highlighted a lot of our weaknesses in terms of having that high line. But I personally think he was very brave in that game, and we could have come out of that game winning that game, because if Eric Dyer's goal wasn't disallowed, that fantastic volley, I don't know where he got that one from, flipping hell, it shocked me. But I just feel carry on, but tweak it a little bit when you're playing against the better teams, because they will find you out, because they've got better players. Ash.
Sorry.
That's better. That's all right.
I do agree with Daniel, sometimes our midfield just isn't protecting our backline enough. Like, they're just so busy. Sometimes Bissouma or Bentancur, I've seen them lose ball. Like, I have no problem with midfielders losing the ball. Then they're trying something, when they're being creative, when they're trying to like make a difficult pass. Midfielders are going to lose the ball. You've seen that even the best midfielders, like even De Bruyne or Fernandes, when he was good, they lose the ball. But sometimes I've seen them lose the ball when they're passing back. And they just don't see the opposition player there. I've seen Bentancur do it. I've seen Bissouma do it, and that to me is just a lapse in concentration. So I do feel like our midfield doesn't protect our back line enough.
Yeah, and I've seen Udogie do it a couple of times as well. Give away goals straight to Ivan Toney and straight to West Ham game. That was bad. But every player can lose the ball. Even the best players lose the ball, but it's where you lose it and how you lose it. If you give them a clear goal scoring opportunity, then most elite teams will put it away.
Yeah. Jess, why football's here? Morning, Jess. How you doing?
Hello. She's
and
a lovely
James is here saying, I got an idea. Ellie could be our new DM. Ellie is a cam, James. Don't play her out of position.
Yeah, I'm a cam. Yeah, I like to attack. I'm not bothered. I will defend. I defended when I had to, but I had a really great lady behind me called Brenda phoning me. Sorry about that. I clicked her off. Right. So and she was like my Hoybier. She would do, and my Sar. She would do all the sweeping up behind me, but. I like attacking and scoring goals and laying on goals. I preferred setting up a goal than scoring myself. Although you get an adulation for scoring, when you set up a goal and it's a really good pass, it gives you more pleasure.
Yeah, it's good to know. Now we know it gives Ellie pleasure. Daniel is saying, I blame the midfield for being lazy. Yes, that's not allowed. No laziness allowed.
No.
And then Nicholas is here saying, you're right about the midfield, and that's why we need a monster 6. We had Dembele in the Poch days. Yes, so he's agreeing with Daniel. And then James is saying, I still play football. My best position is left wing, left back. I'm a bit like Destiny Udogie. Well, that's high praise.
Sign him up. We need a backup for Udogie. Not a backup, somebody who's just as good as Udogie but sits on the bench.
And look who's here. We have Bobby K saying good morning,
he's up
and everyone in the chat. Welcome. Good morning to you, Bobby. Bobby's early. Probably up really early, right? Like, what time is it in Canada? I feel
it must be 6 o'clock over there. I think he's 5 hours behind us. Maybe 6 or 7 o'clock, something like that.
And then Nick is saying she does what she wants. She does what she wants. Queen Ellie Hardberg. She does what she wants.
That's right. I'll be expecting a Guinness from you, Nick, if I'll be up. Because Lee Smithy Smith bought me one, so I've got to buy him one back.
Yeah, you better this game. I think he's at the Luton game as well, so you have
Yeah.
the
And
opportunity.
at the Antwerp Arms, where we all congregate, right? Well,
Yeah.
most of us, right? They do the best chips. They're amazing.
Yum.
They're really thick and they've got lovely herbs on them. They're beautiful.
Now I feel hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. You know, after coming back from this wedding, I've tried not to eat, but I've just been like, because I've been eating a lot at the wedding, and now I feel hungry even when I'm not eating, and I'm just like, damn, chips.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway,
Chips.
Jamie saying against Fulham, our midfielders kept losing the ball. It was so frustrating.
I know. That was the worst game ever. Everything went wrong. The whole team played pants. Maybe Vicario was okay, and maybe a little bit of Romero was okay, but the rest of
Yeah.
them, they
Yeah,
shouldn't
they
have
were
got
all
any
they were all
wages for that
crap.
game. I would have deducted money from them, not paid them money.
Yeah, like y'all better buy me that Guinness now. Thank you very much. And then Nick is saying alternative is the new word now, not backup. So he's
Yeah.
correcting us.
Yeah.
And then Lee's saying, "I'll always buy you a drink, Renee Ellie." So Queen Ellie, you're always getting a drink from Lee. You might as well take up his offer.
If he gets me a drink, I'll get him some of those lovely chips back because they're stunning chips. Honestly, Ash, if you had the chips, you wouldn't leave England. You'd park yourself outside the Antwerp Arms and just eat chips for the rest of your life.
See, Ellie, when you say that to brown people, it's a problem.
Yeah.
And then Vishnu is saying both Liverpool and Arsenal are interested in Swedish top talent Hugo Larsson for that number 6 position. He's so dynamic, labeled as the next Rodri. I hope Spurs do enter the race for him. Yeah, I hope so too. And you know, like we've won the race against some really big clubs in the past with Dragushin and with who's the other person that we won a race for? VDV, I think with Liverpool were interested in is at one point. There are a bunch of them, right? So why not?
Yeah.
Let's go for the top talent out there.
Yeah.
And then Danny is saying the team was struggling against Fulham to even hit simple 5-yard passes. That got me so pissed off. Okay, you know, I'm not discussing the Fulham game because in my head it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I feel like
distant memory.
Yeah, distant memory. International break happened after that. People were like, "Oh, Euros, great." Well, that's what we had. That's what everyone else was up to, and I didn't do any football in the break. So there's that. Anyway, Ellie, let's get to the final lineup. So
Final lineup, yes.
So we decided Vicario is pretty like that's given, right? And then our back four is also kind of sorted, I'm assuming. Or would you want Revolution to be right back?
So if VDV is fit, which we don't know yet, if anybody can let us know, because I don't get time to look at the team. But if he is, obviously he's going in with Romero, Porro, and Udogie. That is the back four. All right, that goes without saying. But if he isn't fit, then it's going to be Dragusin, Romero, Udogie, and Porro.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. So, what do you think the midfield will be again? You said Sarr,
I would prefer Sarr, Bentancur, and Madders. That's what I would prefer, but only if his foot is okay. If it isn't okay, then I would put in either Lo Celso, maybe Lo Celso, or Højbjerg. No, I'll go for Lo Celso because Højbjerg's better coming off the bench, even though he's been moaning about being on the bench. You have to stay there, Højbjerg, because there are better footballers in the team. Even though I love him, there are better footballers than him.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think Ange dislikes Lo Celso though? Sometimes I get the feeling that he doesn't quite like him.
You know what he is? He's a bit stroppy. When you see him, he's never got a smile on his face when he comes into the training ground.
Yeah.
You know, he's just like he doesn't want to be here. You know, when he comes on the pitch, he's pulling his shorts down. You know the way he tucks his shorts down. He's like, and he's a very talented footballer, but I think he's just got one foot, like Kulu. he just like when he's trying to manoeuvre the ball, he's just got one foot. Yeah, but I would start him over Højbjerg, I think, if Bentancur's not good, because I don't think Basuma deserves a start. Sorry, Basuma, I'm cutting you from the team. He needs to kick up the backside, that boy, because he's got so much talent and he's wasting it.
Yeah, that's so true. And so many of those we have around, those talented, wasted lot. Like Ndombele is so talented. Lo Celso, also talented, but slightly better than Ndombele. At least he keeps fit. Well,
Yeah,
fit is
very true.
fit in terms of
That's
like,
not hard. I'm
yeah.
probably fitter than him.
Yeah. And then Lee's asking me if you're flying over for the game in Antwerp, Ash. You can make it in time, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go there
Ellie's
early.
funding me.
I'm going there early tomorrow, so I want to get there early so I can get the best chips, the one hot off the pan. Yeah, because Phil P and his son had some, and they were sharing with me, and I thought, oh. And then me and Alex bought some after the match. Yeah.
I'm gonna finish this stream, and the first thing I'm doing is ordering chips. I feel like that's what's
Good
gonna
one.
happen.
Yeah.
And James is like, the only thing me and a doggy have in common is that we're both the same age. That's it. Oh, you're
Yeah.
quite young then, James.
So your doggy's 21, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we risk VDV against Luton when we got West Ham 3 days later?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk VDV either. I would play Dragushin.
Yeah, I'll get that. But I don't think Luton are particularly fast up front.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sense. Well,
Yeah.
Ange Postecoglou, if VDV is fit, I think he's putting him straight back in. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Oh,
Yeah.
so then
It's not a
we
problem.
decided the midfield. Then the forward line you said would be
Up front, I said Kulu, Richie, and Sonny. If Richie's fit, but if he isn't, BJ, Kulu, and Sonny in the middle.
yeah, I would rather go
prefer
for
him to
Werner,
Werner.
Johnson, and Sonny in the front, and then put Kulu in the number 8 because Bentancur is hurt. Like I still feel like that would work better.
I see what you mean. It is a good thing.
And Ronnie's saying rumors are picking up Romero to Real Madrid. I really hope this doesn't happen.
I think VDV is going more there than Romero.
Yeah, I like if people came in for VDV, I think though they would
I don't
quote
want
like,
Romero to go. No, I think
want
Romero's
him
going to be
to
with us a good few seasons. I think another couple of seasons because he's 25 at the moment, I believe. So when he's 27, maybe he'll leave.
Yeah.
I think he wants to win something with Spurs.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, I hope so because we've had so many fabulous players.
Yeah.
We haven't won anything, but we've seen some marvellous football along the way. We've seen some crap football as well, but we've seen some really good football. And we've been the nearly men, haven't we?
Yeah, we really are the nearly men.
Semi-finals we reached. I think we got the world record for reaching semi-finals and losing them.
So true, Ellie. Daniel is asking how long is the flight from India. I think it's like 7 hours or 8 hours or something.
That's not too bad. That's like the same as America, isn't it?
Yeah, like
America's 8-9 hours, isn't it? So
yeah, it's about that much. I remember, like I went to England. I took a British Airways flight, so it was a direct flight. It was like 9 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
So talking about somewhere the chips are not good, British Airways, please do not have the chips there. They are terrible chips. And then
I think airline food generally is pants.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah,
horrible. Yeah. I don't eat it. I just buy some crisps for the journey and have a drink.
And then Destiny's here saying, "Hi everyone, hi
Destiny number 5."
Ellie, you tell them no nonsense from her.
Yeah, man. Like Basuma, you're sitting on the bench and you're gonna like it.
And then Tequila saying this just in, Mia was spotted house hunting in Madrid.
I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it won't, not, mind you, she won't have to have a basement now, will she?
Yeah,
Because, like, he'll be hooked.
exactly. Okay, Ali, it's the time, chat. It's the time for you as well. Match
That's
predictions.
a good one, yeah. Well,
What do you reckon?
I said 3-0 to Spurs, and I'm sticking with that. I said
Yeah,
2-0 before, but I'm going to go 3-0 because I think we're going to be hurting and we want to thrash somebody. Hopefully, it'll
yeah.
be 4-0, but I'm going to go for 3-0 because I can't see them scoring, especially if VDV's playing. I'm going to say 4-0 if VDV's playing. Yeah, so we're going to batter them. Luton, move over.
Yeah, absolutely. 3
Yeah,
What do you think scores, Ellie?
Sonny with a brace and who am I? Romero. I gave it to Romero. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I like that. I have a feel. Okay, I will tell you when I do my own prediction. But let's catch up with the chat before that. I thought,
Yeah.
Daniel Singh, I thought you was about to criticize fish and chips. That would be best for Ash. Yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
love fish
yeah.
and chips in
Oh, it's
England, but
lovely.
chips on a British Airways flight, that's something you should never touch.
And I found out recently that it was the Jewish people that brought fish and chips to England.
Really? I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
I think, well, I think it was Ben who told me, or someone, I
Oh,
think it was Ben Kaufman.
yeah.
Yeah.
I, although you should then confirm it because like
Yeah, I think it
sometimes
was.
sometimes Ben
I,
just gets scared for everything. Nice,
anyway,
Ben. And then
if it was the Jewish people that brought it, thank you, Jewish people. We love you. We love
yes,
fish and
thank you,
chips.
Jewish people. Thank you for fish and chips. The
It's
great
lovely.
service you have done to mankind. Um, uh, and we have Jose saying, "Good afternoon, ladies. Sorry about earlier. Thanks for having us. Thanks for almost being there, Jose.
Jose,
At least we saw your face."
Jose,
And then
Jose,
4-0.
Jose.
Yeah,
4-0,
4-0.
yeah.
I love the confidence everyone's going into this game with. James is saying 3-1, and then
Mm-hmm.
Tequila's saying 3-0. So he is agreeing with
Yeah,
you.
on the
Um,
same page.
and then Daniel he's saying, I thought I was unrealistic, but we got the same score prediction for tomorrow. Yeah, everybody's going big in this game, except Bobby, who says
Bobby.
2-0.
Yeah, I had 2-0 in Talking Balls predictions, but
Yeah.
I can't change it now, so I have to keep it 2-0 on there.
Oh, wait, did the predictions already happen? I feel like I didn't submit them in time, as usual.
You just got to put them in, that's all.
Yeah.
Like, I
And
don't
then
do it on the show. Normally, I don't do it on the show. I just put them in.
yeah, I do that as well. I think I forgot this
Yeah.
time because there's so much happening. And then Jishnu says 3-0. I got Stewie's time machine too. Yeah, so well, Jishnu, could you go back, use the time machine for Fulham, maybe? That's where we needed it. Um, yeah, he has a lovely family. Tequila was good to see him in the flesh. Big up, Chris. Hope you all had a fun time, the two
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah.
And then yeah, so everyone. And then Bobby saying, Ash, stop slacking and get them in on time. You know how mad Jose gets if you don't.
I know.
Yeah, I've missed like 3 weeks somewhere. Like off and on, I must have missed about 3 weeks of predictions. Oh well. Um, my match prediction for this game, I think, is going to be 3-1. I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet, but I still think that we'll win somewhat comfortably. And you know what I would like to see? I would like to see defenders score. So I'm going to give one goal to Dragushin, one goal to Romero, and one goal to Sunny, which will be a penalty because we haven't had one in a while, and I miss them.
No, one penalty all season.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just ridiculous. Why don't we get penalties? I feel like, we just one day decided that it's not going to happen for us, and we just never got a penalty
No,
since.
I know. I think it was a home game we got the penalty, wasn't it? It was a home game. I can't even remember who we got it against.
Yeah, chat. Who was it? I feel like it was some like
Um,
it
let
was
me
some
think.
like it wasn't like a big team from
Was
what
it
I
against Everton?
Hmm,
Um,
maybe.
I can't remember. Anyway, it was Sonny who scored it.
Yeah, I remember that Sunny
Yeah,
took it. I just don't
yeah,
remember who it was. I don't think it was Everton because we played them pretty late into the season. This was like
yeah.
kind of Oh, never mind. We'll figure it out. This kind of brings us to the end of the show. Ellie, where can we
Yeah.
find you next?
Well, in about 5 minutes, I've got to get my arse over to Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs. Otherwise, yeah. Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs. I'm on Talk and Ball. I'm on Takover. I've been invited on Dan's show a couple of times on the Hotspur Hood, which is a great channel as well. Obviously, the Free Spurs Boys. Mwah. The Irish Hotspur fan show, I'm always on that, or nearly always on it, because I love the fan shows. They're really good. And I do get invited on Jacob's recently as well. So, yeah, he's realising the Elster's back in town, you know. Yeah, so I love all the channels, you know, even the channels that have fallen by the wayside, you know. But Ben's show is fantastic. Chill out if you don't want to talk about football. The coffee company, isn't it? Calfee. It's Ben Kaufman, but I think he calls it the Calfee Company. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's a fantastic show as well. I love his Darren and Karen and the
Yeah,
Brilliant
me
Bollocks.
too. I love it. It's so funny.
Brilliant Bollocks and Cooven the Kang. Fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
big up the Free Spurs Boys, the young boys. They do a recap, fantastic show as well. And obviously, I don't know if you've noticed that Coover and Bobby do a serious show on
Yeah,
Thursday.
actually talk
Which
football.
is brilliant.
Yeah.
It's lovely to see them being serious as well.
Yeah, most of the time I have to catch it on like a rewatch because it's not on a time that comes for me. But like,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
love it. I love hearing like Bobby and Coover talk football. It's kind of fun actually.
Yeah.
When they actually do it.
it is.
So everyone go check out all these wonderful shows, and I can't redirect you because Colin has those controls, but everyone make sure you follow Ellie to Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs.
Yeah, come over to Auntie Kate.
Yeah, and everyone, best of luck for the game. For all who are there, make sure you make yourself heard. And for all of them, people who are watching, you know, like I am, not live, you can check it out. Check us out on the watch along. We'll be doing a watch along here as well, so make sure you join us for that. As usual, I play you out with the James Madison song. So come on, you Spurs!
And happy Easter to all the Spurs
Yeah,
fans.
happy Easter
Come
to
on.
everyone.
Mwah.
My team has got James Madison. James Madison is what we need. Whoa, thank God we got James Madison. This kid plays ball like you would never believe. Whoa.